Let's bring it. I see a veteran up in here, man. MJ. Let's bring in my good friend, man. How you doing, brother? I know you got a lot to say about scam. I know you
What
got
up,
a lot.
man? That's his name, Dorman Scam.
Your judgment get
I'm
clouded when you
gonna tell y'all
clouded.
the truth, bro.
My
I hate to tell
opposition
you.
wish I'd stop
I'm gonna be
smiling.
honest with you, Dan.
Tell me, bro.
As a Laker, you guys gotta stop thinking of mediocre.
My family wish I'd stop
The
wildin'.
dude-
I'm still on the east
Now,
side
y'all
smoking
got
with
on
my
one channel, they
OG.
say the players are trash
Cause they the only ones that really know
on his one
me.
channel.
Mm-hmm.
He's talking about you right now. The locker room.
I was fucking
He
superstars
said
when I
all
was
the players are
19.
trash.
Shit we did, you won't believe me.
Yeah, I gotta be honest, Big Tone. I had to fall back from your boy, man, the locker room, man.
I just
What I'm
wanna
telling you, I've
be
been telling you, you ain't want to listen.
Nah, it's not that I didn't.
That boy is a
Yo.
two-way player, bro. He's the
A
only nigga.
two-way player.
Two-way player, bro. He's the only nigga that keep LeBron picture up no matter what he talk about.
I just wanna
Yo,
be.
Big Tone, this dude was talking. Like, my thing is, anytime you beat him in a debate, he always got a condescending narrative,
Of course.
like, oh, you guys don't know basketball and all of this shit. So I'm like, all right, well, debate me then. He like, oh, nobody debates. We just fans. Our debates don't matter. And I'm like, so why the fuck you got a show called The Smoke Show? Like, it's just too much of moving the goalposts for me. And it's like, I just did basketball talk. I ain't talk about none of the extra corny shit he was doing, but just basketball talk. When it came down to basketball content, I was whooping his ass. And he got disrespectful. He got disrespectful to somebody on my panel, so I stopped fuck with him. You know how I know it was bad? He came all the way. He came to my Facebook. Like, I never seen nobody go from look sorting somebody out on Facebook from YouTube. Like, bruh, I went to his page. He kept putting my picture. I said, yo, you keep putting my picture up.
Like to make my soundbite part of the show. I never seen nothing like this, where somebody that's a different blogger on a different stream takes your soundbite and DJs your shit. Like he's like a fucking DJ.
We are back, folks. We are most definitely back, man. We are most definitely back, folks. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. 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 So yeah, you guys see the title of the show. You guys see the thumbnail. You guys know what we're here to discuss, folks. We got another update. I told you guys, the mayonnaise media, these people work around the clock to essentially destroy the legacy of LeBron James. Okay. So, we got another insane report that we have to discuss today, folks. So that's what we're here to do. Y'all do me a favor, man, and drop a like on the video. Shout out to everybody that's tuned in, man. Shout out to Liquid Drano. You said Pincus is a nigga cosplaying as being part of the mayonnaise media. Okay. We got King J. What's going on, man? We got Flash White. We got LeBron fans in the building.
LeBron fans.
We got Johnny Road. More LeBron fans are in the building, folks.
LeBron fans.
We got LeBron fans in the building. We got Show Enough Sports. What's going on, man? We got Bob the Builder. Jalen. He said, who would want to play for LA if they do their players like this? Exactly. We got Tal Assassin. I'll believe it when I see it unless they trade or waive Bronny. LeBron's a Laker. Everything else to me is fake. We got V's. What's going on, man? We got Eternal Buzz. You said it seems that the Lakers don't want LeBron back, even if he agreed to the veteran minimum. We got Styling. What's going on, man? He said they're just running propaganda because LeBron already said he ain't rocking with the team. It's like when you just using a bust down for a bang session and says she doesn't want a relationship.
I gonna tell you why the beef started with me and Reggie, right? Reggie fucked one of my niggas' bitches, right? The locker room went to fuck one of my niggas' bitches, right? That's what he fucking did. He fucking disrespected the bitch.
So yeah, Shout out to Tax the Prophet. That was an interesting analogy you had there, sir.
You a freaky frog.
We got Raider Cujo. You said LeBron is going to Golden State.
Shut your bitch ass up.
Yeah. Sure. We got PC. You said if the news doesn't come from the Lakers front office on record, then it's all speculation to me, aka fake news. At this point, I'll believe it when I see it. We got Locker Room. What's going on, man? We got T-Mac, Brandon Frank, Christopher, Judah Rising. What up, man? We got Terrence Hill TV. We got Unforgiven Sounds. What's going on, man? You said Reggie's live every time I go on YouTube, nigga, trying to have a generational run.
Shut your bitch ass up.
Yeah. Sure, pussy. Okay, we got Amelia. You said the king is my GOAT. I wish he can go somewhere else to compete than to play with a bunch of trash. Yeah, shout out to Amelia. Shout out to all the ladies that tune in. How you doing, sis?
You a freaky frog.
We got Flame. You said, hey, brother, great show. Shout out to you, man. Now, folks, let's go ahead and jump straight into the title of the show. Okay? As you guys can see, we got another update. And this time, they're now telling us that the Lakers are the ones that now all of a sudden, mysteriously, don't want LeBron James. Okay? Okay. Right. So, yeah, let's just go ahead and get into this article. You guys see the tweet from Polymarket Hoops, but yeah, let's go ahead and get into the article. So it says LeBron James gets bad news before free agency as Lakers uncertainty rises. Okay. It says the offseason is beginning to heat up for LeBron James and the Los Angeles Fakers. Fresh off of a second-round sweep at the hands of the Thunder, the Fakers were informed directly what kind of changes they need to make this summer in order for them to compete with the NBA elites. While the Lakers front office compiles a plan to take a leap forward from last season, they'll have to sort out things with LeBron, who is set to enter unrestricted free agency for the first time since joining the franchise back in 2018. According to Bleacher Report NBA insider Eric Pincus, the Fakers have a vision, and that's to move forward without LeBron James on the roster.
They're not Laker fans if they're not happy about LeBron joining the team. So, there was some unrest and some uneasiness, and I just think those are troublemakers that they don't get it. I think Los Angeles is going to be very proud of the way that LeBron will represent the Lakers team, and they're going to fall in love with him too.
I just wanna be.
Traggy? What? I'm sorry, folk. Let me read this again. Hold on, because I'm a little bit confused here. According to Bleacher Report NBA insider Eric Pincus, so another mayonnaise media motherfucker. Okay, told you guys, biggest gang in Los Angeles, bigger than the Rolling 60s Crips, dead homies, cuh. Bigger than the Rolling 60s Crip, cuh. I mean, there's too many of these people to keep up, folks. How many shows have we done just over the last week reacting to the mayonnaise media and all of their articles and reports, folks? I mean, how many people are there? How many people aren't even on this list? Ramona Shelburne, Dave McMenamin, Brian Windhorse, right? Tim McMahon, Tim Bontemps, right? Now we got Eric Pincus. I mean, there's just too many. Somebody said we need to make another list. Like, yo, how many people can we add? I mean, Jesus Christ. So according to Eric Pincus, the Lakers have a vision, and that's to move forward without LeBron James.
They're not Laker fans if they're not happy about LeBron joining the team. So, there was some unrest and some uneasiness, and I just think those are troublemakers that they don't get it. I think Los Angeles is going to be very proud of the way that LeBron will represent the Lakers team, and they're going to fall in love with him too.
I just wanna be
LeBron fans.
We got Top Fly High. What's going on, man? Folks, I'm a little bit confused here, man. I mean, you guys just heard the Lakers owner, Jeannie Buss. You know, she said they're not really Laker fans if they don't like the fact that LeBron James came to the Lakers. You guys aren't Laker fans for real.
You don't notice most of the people in your comments are a bunch of racists who just hate LeBron because of his politics. Doesn't bother you at all. Ayo, bro. SMD, my nigga. SMD. You heard? SMD. You heard me? SMD. Straight up and down, dog. SMD. Nigga, I said it. You bitch-ass LeBron James fans.
Ladies and gentlemen, let me get this straight. So after we bring you ungrateful bums a championship, after we resurrect your dirty franchise from the depths of the Pacific Ocean, now you want to toot your nose up at us and say you don't want us. Folks, I can speak to this firsthand, okay? As somebody that used to live in LA, as somebody that was living in LA when LeBron James joined the team in 2018, I can speak to this better than most, okay? Trust me when I tell you, the Lakers were irrelevant. Before LeBron James showed up on this team, the Lakers were irrelevant. The Clippers were more relevant than the Lakers were. The Clippers. You guys remember? They still had Chris Paul. Still had Blake Griffin. DeAndre Jordan, JJ Redick, Doc Rivers as the coach. They were making the playoffs. The Lakers weren't. Golden State was the premier team in the state of California. Not the Lakers. It was Golden State. They had Kevin Durant, Clay, Steph, Draymond, Steve Kerr, all that. The Lakers were irrelevant. We're not going to sit up here and play stupid, folks. This team was irrelevant. So once again, LeBron James comes to the Lakers, resurrects this dead-ass franchise, makes them relevant again, and now all of a sudden, you guys don't want us on the roster. Seriously? Okay. Let's continue on, folks. It says, Lakers make intentions clear on LeBron James ahead of free agency. It says, in a matter of weeks, James will either sign a new contract with the Fakers or move to a different team. At this point, one option feels more likely than the other. Still, building properly long term around Puka is the priority for the Fakers. Pincus wrote, the Fakers have high hopes to take a step forward this summer, and that's without LeBron James. If their plans fail, that could lead to one more season with the future Hall of Famer. So what are we now, Chad? Are we the Lakers' backup option? Is that what we've been reduced to? We're the Lakers' backup plan. Seriously? Yo, chat. Can we get serious here, man? I can't even keep a straight face reading these dudes' articles. I mean, is the Mayonnaise Media? Are you people serious? What are you guys doing? Comedy now? Is this comedy? Am I being pranked, chat? Where's the cameras at? Where's Ashton Kutcher? This has got to be a joke. This is a prank, right? This is not reality, man. This is not reality. We're not living in reality. If whoever wrote this article, Eric Pincus, put the fries in the bag, dude. Honestly, put the fries in the bag. It's time for you to go get a real job, dude. You got to go start working on cars or something, dude. Because, no. Covering the Lakers or whatever, no. You're not good at this at all. This is terrible, folks. This is a terrible article. This isn't even believable.
They're not Laker fans if they're not happy about LeBron joining the team. So, there was some unrest and some uneasiness, and I just think those are troublemakers that they don't get it. I think Los Angeles is going to be very proud of the way that LeBron will represent the Lakers team, and they're going to fall in love with him too.
So let me get this straight, Chad. Now they want to get rid of LeBron. That's their plan. Okay. Yeah. We're going to build. Our plan is to build around the guy that got traded off of his own team. That's our plan. Yeah. And we're going to build around him with no assets. Yeah, but we're going to build around him with no assets, though. Yeah. And he can't even stay healthy. He can't even close out the season, and he can't even play in the playoffs. But we're gonna that's our plan. We're gonna build around him. What are we talking about here? Is this a joke or what? Folks, this is a joke. All right, this is not serious. Nobody does this make, let me get the phone lines open. Does this make sense to anybody realistically? Is there anybody that this makes sense to? Yeah, we're going to build around Luka, but we don't have any assets. But we're going to take a step forward by getting rid of LeBron. Yeah, we're going to take a step forward and get rid of LeBron. So who are you going to go get? Andrew Wiggins, right? Norman Powell. You're going to take a step forward with Norman Powell. Seriously? We're gonna lose LeBron, but take a step forward. Okay. Yeah, because that's how this works, right? That's how this works. What team has ever lost LeBron and then took a step forward? Yeah. Yeah, that's how this works now. Yeah, we're gonna lose LeBron and our team's gonna get better. When has this ever happened? When LeBron left Cleveland the first time, they went from being the best team in the league to the worst team in the league. They went from winning 66 games to 19 games. He leaves Miami. Miami's done. He leaves Cleveland again. They're cooked. So now the Lakers think it's gonna be different this time around. And LeBron's gonna leave, but we're gonna be better without LeBron James. Come on, man. We got to get serious at a certain point, man. We got Unforgiven Sounds. He said, yes, it makes sense if you like Aston pork butt subs with boar hair and mayo. and a side of a puka pickle. That's crazy. He said Aston pork butt subs. That's crazy. Folks, this is incredibly stupid. He said you're not a Lakers fan if you're saying what Raider is mouthing. Yeah, I don't pay attention to his clown ass. You said, I mean, LeBron would definitely be helpful for a year or two if he decides to play 2 more, but after that, if they don't win in those 2 years, okay. He said you're literally in love with Lestat. LeBron fans, okay. Well, let me put the link. I'll put the link in the chat for you to tap in, pussy. Yeah, I'll put the link in the chat for you to tap in, pussy. The link is in the chat. The link is in the chat, dude. Exactly.
They're not Laker fans if they're not happy about LeBron joining the team. So, there was some unrest and some uneasiness, and I just think those are troublemakers that they don't get it. I think Los Angeles is going to be very proud of the way that LeBron will represent the Lakers team, and they're going to fall in love with him too.
LeBron fans.
So let me get this straight, folks. Yeah, we're gonna build our team around an unathletic cracker. Oh, excuse me, I'm sorry. We're gonna build our team around an unathletic sorry saltine, and we're gonna go win a championship. I told you guys yesterday I joined a Twitter space. And, these dudes were arguing, about paying LeBron and what LeBron is worth and he needs to take a pay cut and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, yo, dude, I mean, this is like fundamentally stupid, right? Like the whole Laker plan is just fundamentally stupid. You're not winning with a sorry saltine, Oh, well, we just got to build our team like what? Like what? What are you going to build your team like? Like the Mavericks? Oh, you mean the team that lost the finals? Yeah, that's a good plan. Like I said, Lakers are just stupid, man. Just a stupid team with stupid fans. It's just all stupid. Yeah, we're going to build our team like the 2024 Mavericks. Okay. So, but I thought Nico was an idiot for trading Luka, but now you want to build your team like Nico. Who was the one that built the mat? That was Nico, right? But y'all say Nico's stupid. So which one is it? Is he smart or is he stupid? Does he know what he's doing or does he not? Oh, okay. Yeah. None of the things that Faker fans say make any sense. This is all stupid, right? Yeah, we're gonna build our team around a sorry saltine, and we're gonna go win a championship. Okay, sure. Yeah, sure you are. Yeah, okay. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're gonna go beat OKC with Luka. I mean, did you guys see what happened the last time we played OKC? Luka got his ass beat by damn near 50 points, dude. You guys know what Luka turns into when he plays OKC? A role player. Have you guys seen Luka's stats versus OKC this year? He's a role player versus OKC. Hold on, let me show you guys this. Niggas talking about, we beat OKC 2 years ago. Nigga, that was 2 years ago. Hold on, let me show you guys this chat. Luka stats versus OKC this season. They didn't figure Luka out, dude. They didn't crack the code on that saltine. Look at this chat. They love to tell y'all about what 2-year games from 2 years ago. Where's my Luka fanboy cycle? Oh yeah, here we go. This is the Luka fanboy cycle chat. They mentioned the 5 first-team All-NBAs. I think now it's 6, right? Because that's all he's got. He don't got nothing else, So this is all they have, right? So they'll mention his first-team All-NBAs. When you don't care about that, right? They bring up playoff series from 2 years ago. They talk about games from 3 years ago. And then when that doesn't work, their last resort is to call you a racist. This is what the Luka fanboys do. So once again, when Luka played OKC, right? They turned that saltine into a role player. Look at that saltine, chat. Look at that saltine cracker. They turned that sorry saltine into they turned that sorry saltine into Aston. He turned into Aston. 16 points a game. He's a role player versus OKC. So you're going to build around a role player. Okay. Yeah. You're going to go win a championship. Oh, but Luka beat OKC 3 years ago. But he beat OKC 3 years ago. Come on, Reggie. We can still win. You do realize that was 3 years ago when he beat OKC, right? Y'all still talking about games from 3 years ago. Y'all still talking about games from 3 years ago, chat. 3 years ago. You guys realize 2024 is 3 years ago, right? The next time the playoffs come, it'll be 3 years ago since he beat OKC. That's 3 years ago. But come on, Reggie, come on. We can still do it. We can build our team like the Mavericks did. Okay. Okay. Like I say, Faker fans rode the slow bus. Faker fans rode the slow bus in school, chat. Faker fans are mentally incapable of having logical conversations about basketball. They're genuinely retarded, folks. Seriously, it's not even like a joke. It's not even a joke. You said 2 years ago, bruh? No, that's 3 years ago, gang. The Lakers season is over. We just completed 2 years a couple weeks ago. 2 years is over. And then by the time we play the playoffs again, that will be 3 years ago. It's 3 years, gang. It's been 3 years, twin. Dead homies, cuh. That was 3 years ago. We ain't gonna let you try to like knock off years. It's 3 years ago. The nigga is 30. They did the same thing yesterday. I put up on a Twitter space. I'm like, yo, Luka's 30. They start chimping out. Chat. They start chimping out. They're like, oh, he's not 30. He's 27. I'm like, nigga, he's 30. The fuck? If you're 27, you're 30, gang. Like, what are we talking about? You're 30 years old. Chat, they do this with everybody else, but now we can't do it with Luka. No, that's how they do it. This is what the new YNs do. They add years to everybody, right? If you're 28, they say you're 30. But now when it's Luka, we can't call Luka 30. He's 30. What are we talking about? He's 30 years old. 29 ain't no major birthday. 28 ain't no major birthday. Nigga, you're 30. Your next big milestone is 30. You're 30. What are we talking about? He's 30 years old. But he's still better than SCA. You mean the two-time MVP, SGA? You mean the SGA that swept the Lakers 8-0 this year? You guys realize we lost to the Thunder 8 straight games this year? 8 straight games. We lost to the Thunder. 8 straight. 8-0. But they talk about games from 3 years ago. But do you remember when we beat the Thunder in 2025? Why do you have to go back that far? We just played 8 straight games and lost 8 straight games. Like, what are we talking about? Okay. Okay. Oh my God. He said Dylan Harper is 20 and plays like a 30-year-old seasoned vet. You said, why y'all LeBron fans hate Luka? We don't hate Luka. We just know the truth about Luka. You know, Luka's like a woman, right? Nobody hates women. We just know the truth about them. You know? We know the truth. We don't hate them. We just know the truth. You said Luka was LeBron's replacement the moment he came to the Lakers? Well, once again, we're talking about one of the stupidest franchises in the NBA, the Fakers. Because there's no way you're going to replace LeBron James with a sorry saltine. I mean, what are we even talking about? This is the Lakers. This ain't the Mavericks. This ain't no small market, middle of the pack team in Dallas, Texas. This ain't that, gang. This ain't Dallas, Texas, dude. Right? It's the Lakers. I told y'all, Nico, he's gonna win this war between Luka and his fanboys. Nico's gonna win the war. He might have lost the battle, but he's gonna win the war. I've said this to you guys. I'm gonna continue to say it. This was the worst situation Luka could have gotten traded to. You wanna know why? Because he got traded to a team where they have expectations. This isn't the Dallas Mavericks, buddy. See, you can go over there and lose in the finals, and guess what? Nobody's really gonna care. When the last time the city of Dallas won a championship? When the last time the Cowboys won a championship, folks? We're talking what? 30 years ago? We're talking what, folks? The mid-90s? Mavericks haven't won since 2011. We're talking 15 years ago. This ain't that ain't the Lakers. This is a team, a storied franchise, right? A storied franchise that expects titles. Okay? Luka was better off in Dallas with no expectations. You know, he can miss the playoffs over there, and nobody's going to care. Niggas over here crying because the Mavericks suck this year. Dude, did y'all forget y'all just missed the playoffs in 2023? Y'all just missed the playoffs in 2023. Now y'all want to sit up here and act like y'all some championship organization. That y'all just expect titles every single season. Hold on, I'm trying to figure this out. Since when is Dallas a city of champions? Real talk. Since when is Dallas a city of champions, folks? This ain't Dallas, buddy. This is the Los Angeles Lakers. So, once again, if Luka is here to replace LeBron, then once again, your foundation is fundamentally flawed. Because Luka is never, he's not, AD would have been a better replacement than Luka. The Lakers would have been better off trying to build around AD than Luka. But obviously, they didn't want to build around AD. Why? Because he's black. That's why. AD said, yo, go get me a center. Nah, we're good. We're good, buddy. Why, you can just play the center, you know? Why do we need to go get you a center? You can just be our center. Soon as Luka gets here, hey Luka, hey buddy, hey, come on in, have a seat. Hey, we're so happy to have you, buddy. Wow, we really got him. We really got our hands on Luka Doncic. Hey, buddy, so listen. What we want to do, okay? We want to basically build this whole thing around you, okay? What do you need? What do you need to be successful? Tell us. We're all ears, buddy. Oh, you want a center? Okay. Well, here's who we got, okay? We think the best available player that we can go get is Mark Williams, okay? Longest standing reach in the NBA. You want him? Okay. Can we get on the phone with Charlotte? Can we get Mark Williams here? What else do you need, Luka? What else do you need, buddy? We're here. We're here to assist you. Told you guys, folks, this is the Ku Klux Klan over here, man. Yeah, they didn't want to build around Anthony Davis, folks. Nah, too black. You know? And AD's a light-skinned nigga. AD's a light-skinned nigga, folks. But what you niggas gotta understand, folks, is... Folks, if you're not white, right? Folks, they have no use for you. They have no use for you if you're not white. Right? See, the blacks, we have to be great. We have to be all NBA, champions, you know, all-stars to keep our positions. But the Saltines, they can be garbage. I mean, just look at Aston. He can be garbage.
There's literally channels dedicated to low basketball IQ that just like to shred guys like Austin Reeves. I never knew. Somebody pointed me in that direction. I couldn't even watch 5 seconds of it, bro. I lost brain cells just being there. There's some real Bron Glazers that just like to hate on everybody not named LeBron, and they're looking really silly right now because, you know, they like to talk trash about me for giving Austin Reeves his obvious due props. Another 30 piece. What you got to say now, clown? You know, so it's like they always got something to say. Clowns off of my team. I'll never go back on that channel, not even for 5 seconds.
Okay, shout out to Unforgiven Sounds with the $5 super chat. You say, fam, make sure if LeBron leaves, still do the faker shows. Keep the pressure on that wild boar farm with Aston pork sliders and Puka pork skin. He said Aston pork butt sliders. That's crazy. And Puka pork skins. Yo, that's crazy. Aston pork butt sliders and Puka pork skins. That's diabolical. He said keep the pressure on that wild boar farm. That's crazy. He called this a farm. He said wild white boar is crazy. I have to cop front row seats to see Aston this coming year box office. Okay. That'll be a waste of money. You're better off just driving down to Figueroa and paying some prostitute to jump in your car and you know, have a good time for about 30 minutes than doing that, dude. That's insane. That's insane. You said drop the link. Okay.
I gonna tell you why the beef started with me and Reggie, right? Reggie fucked one of my niggas bitches, right? The locker room went to fuck one of my niggas bitches, right?
What?
That's what he fucking did. He fucking disrespected.
Please don't tell me that was you saying the 96 Sonics. This is what you got to realize, Judah. It's very easy to out-debate locker room.
It's not very challenging whatsoever. The fact that you let locker room outwit you and out-debate you, it says a lot. We're not talking about a very high-level basketball mind, and you got outwitted by the locker room.
All right. We got Rod. What's going on, man?
What's up with it, Reggie, man? I've been listening to you for a minute, man, and I'm just not catching up, bro. I'm in Dallas, right? So I've been a Lakers fan for a minute, but I was happy when LeBron first came and shit, so I knew. Can we cuss or no?
Let's try to keep that to a minimum.
Okay, bet. Well, I mean, what you're saying is right, bro, because I've been really listening and then I've been paying attention, and it's cool that you got a different perspective and you give a different take on, you know, the Lakers and the whole front office organization and how they trying to basically like whitewash the Lakers, you know what I mean? And even when slow motion Luka was with the Mavericks, bro, I already knew that they wasn't going nowhere. I just watched them play, and everybody used to give me shit about my bad. Everybody used to give me trouble about, you know, being a Lakers fan in Dallas. But I mean, the way that they just trying to push LeBron out the door, you know what I'm saying? It kind of sucks because when I listen to the Laker media, you see the narrative that they painting, and you see how they pushing all the conversation, basically saying like it's LeBron fault, LeBron fault, LeBron fault. But even Aston, knowing that Aston was just, you know, a bench player, he a glorified bench player, role man at best. I think he basically a ball boy with a jersey on. And it kind of sucks that when you watch this, that how they treating LeBron and knowing that he a GOAT, if not the GOAT right now, and how they doing him is just absolutely trash, bro. Because they were saying that, oh, we want to build around Luka, and I'm like, how you gonna build around two Mayos that don't got no athleticism whatsoever? They have no defense. So basically, you want, like you said, all the niggas to do all the hard, heavy lifting, and you want to let the white boys skate. And every year, every season, they can do the bare minimum, and they can always still say, well, if we had this or we building around these two guys, then we're going to always do better, always do better. The bar is always set low when it's Luka and AR. And when it's us, when it's the blacks, they got to do all the slave work. They got to grind, get you to the championship. They can't lose any games. They can't take time off. They got to play hurt and so on and so forth. So it's basically, man, like you can see the agenda in the media, especially with the Lakers. I don't know the name of the reporters that you be saying, but I know their faces. I just don't know them by name. But yeah, what you're saying is right on point, bro. It's sad, man, and I really hate watching this all season, bro, knowing that we only have a limited budget, and why I would rather pay LeBron James the max dollars for whatever season or however long he want to play, instead of just hoping that, like you said, Aston and Luka or Puka get a healthy season and do nothing, bro, because they didn't want no smoke in Houston. They didn't try to play hurt. It was a waste of watching Aston out there playing against OKC because it wasn't nothing he was going to do anyway, even if he was healthy, bro. Even during the regular season, like you said, he just looks trash, bro. So salute to you, bro, and keep up the fight, man. I mean, even if LeBron does leave, bro, I support him regardless of wherever he's going or whatever decision he make, bro. But keep doing the show, bro, because the way the male media is portraying it, bro, is absolutely trash, bro. So big shout out to you, bro, and keep on pushing on me.
Exactly. All right, Rod. Good call, man. Appreciate you, man. Well, you guys heard it, folks. We got Rod. Shout to Dallas in the building, man. We got people out in Dallas, man. You know, we got good people out in Dallas listening to the show, folks. And even the folks in Dallas aren't feeling Puka. So, like I said, you know, this whole narrative of like on the internet of, oh, everybody loves Luka in Dallas, like no, not everybody, folks, not everybody, man. But yeah, shout out to Rod, man. You know, good insight, good intel from the good folks over there in Dallas. Yeah, man. Like I said, folks, for me personally, this whole situation is just a clown show. Right? Now, like I said, this article, you got to take it with a grain of salt. Because Eric Pincus, he doesn't sound too credible. But, if this is the plan, then, folks, this is just a stupid plan. We got Jael. Jael. Now, what's going on, man? You're the resident Laker fan in California, right?
Yo, Reg, you gotta stop doing this, Reg, dog. You gotta stop putting these reports out. You know that the Laker trolls is gonna come out and make us look dumb. Because I told you, we have no choice. Luka is here to stay. So they have to try to ride for him because he's on their team. But in all actuality, man, he's trash. We don't really want him, but it's just what we got, Reg. We just gotta make do with what we got.
Okay. We got we got my guy Xavier. We got Detroit in the building. Now, Xavier, what's going on, man? We haven't spoken since your account got hacked that other week, man, when you were just in the chat saying all that So what's going on, man? We finally got the real today, Xavier back on the show. What's going on, man?
Man, I'm back, dog. I ain't never left, dog. I'll be always here listening.
Yeah. Nah, like I said, you're my guy, Xavier, but I don't know what that nonsense you were tweeting or whoever that was. You know what I mean? Like I said, I think you got hacked because I don't know what you were talking about that one day. But yeah, man, we haven't spoken since. But yeah, what's your thoughts on this, Xavier? What you got?
Well, you already know, man. I don't think we really got a good look at LeBron and Luka together. I got to establish something, man, before we begin. I'm not a Luka guy, man. I'm fine with Luka. I'm a LeBron guy. And I want wherever LeBron is to be successful. If LeBron leaves the Lakers tomorrow and he goes to the Wizards, I guess we with the Wizards. So I'm not a Luka guy, man. I'm a LeBron guy. That's it. But I won't lie and say that somebody is sorry just to fit a narrative. You can't put up 33-8-8 or 33-9-8 and be sorry. If that's the case, let's compare his stats to what the MVP did this year and let's see who had better numbers.
So, okay, so real quick, not to cut you off, but would you say that James Harden is sorry or no?
Historically or this year? No, James Harden ain't sorry.
I'm talking about like if you're trying to because there's levels to it, right? Obviously, they're all better than us, but it's levels to it.
Right.
So if we're comparing you to guys that have won championships, right?
Okay.
And you're consistently underperforming in the playoffs, I don't think that's being. I don't think that we're lying. Because I've seen, for example, James Harden. I've seen this man's entire career, right? I remember when he got traded to the Rockets. I've seen him in the playoffs with the Rockets. And it seems like every single postseason, he underperforms from what he did in the regular season. To me, that's choking to me. Because when we need you the most, when the games count and you don't show up and you don't get the job done, yeah, you're a choke artist to me. Yeah, if we're comparing you to the LeBrons and the Stephs and all that, you're not on that level.
Okay. I'm glad you brought up Harden because y'all have seen James Harden, right? So it's easy for me to talk about Harden. Okay. Harden is an excellent example because Harden's not sorry. Harden becomes the focal point of a defense. And the way his team construction, outside of the time he had Chris Paul, I would say that his team constructions are flawed. And Chris Paul got injured on him. They was up on the I was going to say on OKC, not on OKC, on Golden State. James Harden was about to do something that LeBron hadn't even done. So I mean with KD, you know what I'm saying? So nah, man, I'm not about to We can't say that he can't play. He done won his MVP. So I'm trying to wonder what y'all talking about. He's had team success. He's went to an NBA Finals and lost. He's been somewhat successful as a player.
Xavier.
What's up?
James Harden has consistently underachieved. That's not being, harsh or anything. That's just a fact. He's consistently underachieved.
Right. James
even
to the playoffs. Let me finish, man. James Harden just goes through what Cade Cunningham just went through. You can storm through the regular season, you can storm through a certain level in the playoffs, and then you get to a point in the playoffs, right? And if you don't have proper team construction, you don't have a release valve, you don't got a number two, they can choke you out. The refs stop making calls, and next thing you know, you're getting bounced. So if your engine is, well, I'm about to get to the line 12, 13 times, and then the refs shut your oxygen off. We just saw it happen with SGA. So when you have a game that's predicated on you getting calls and going to the line, they can cut that off. And if you don't have nobody else on your team that can score 20 to 25, you're getting bounced. It's simple.
Yeah, I'm not going Xavier. That's insane.
That's fine.
Yeah,
man.
I'm not buying that either. Because why is your game predicated on you getting fouls and getting bailed out by the ref? That means your game is not controlled by you. You aren't the deciding factor of how good you are. The refs are.
Okay, I don't understand how that's an argument. I'm not arguing that. I'm saying that that's a fact. That's how he plays. He plays that way.
And that's not going to win. That's not winning basketball. That's not a good way to build a championship team based around if your guy can get to the line or not.
I just watched a team win the championship last year with a guy whose game is predicated upon that. So that's not true.
But his game wasn't predicated upon that last year like it was
We're not going to
this
act
year.
like Tyrese Halliburton didn't blow his Achilles out, and that's why they won.
Yeah, he did in Game 7. But
in Game 7,
my man averaged 12 free throws a game, and he shoots 90% from the line. That's a fact. And you're talking about SGA, just for the non-initiated. His game is predicated on him going to the line.
And now when he couldn't get the whistle, he couldn't make it back to the championship. So his game wasn't predicated on his skills. It was ultimately decided by the refs, if that's the case. Yeah, we seen it happen last year when he got the whistle, and now we seen what happened this year when he didn't get the whistle. So you want your game to be able to be the deciding factor whether the refs is on your side or not.
Right. So you're agreeing with me then, right? We said the exact same thing. You just wanted to put a spin on it?
Well, I'm saying that to say that's not good basketball. I mean, you can't use that to I don't know, up anybody or give anybody kudos.
Kobe said it. We remember the infamous clip of Kobe saying that style of play from James Harden is never going to win a championship. So
and it just did. It just did last year. And it almost won again this year. It definitely won last year. I saw it.
I wouldn't put SGA on James Harden level. SGA is above James Harden.
And it wasn't just the foul baiting. It wasn't just the foul baiting in the free throws. He was the one guy shooting all of the shots and being the main focal point of the offense. That's not how they won last year because J-Dub had 40 in the deciding game.
I'm not.
So it wasn't just all SGA.
Their offense is predicated by what, man? Like, this is getting retarded. He's the offensive engine for their team. He's a flopping, foul baiting, 12 free throw per game shooting player. I'm not about to go back and forth about this. This is ridiculous.
Well, I guess what I'm saying is
ultimately, and they stopped making calls. He got sat down. You saw it.
Hey, calm down, bro. Ultimately, what I'm saying is that's what his game turned into because he didn't have the help. When Chet played good last year and Jay Williams played good last year, he wasn't just relying on the refs to get him calls. They actually was team ball. It wasn't James Harden ball. That's how they won the championship last year. It wasn't just him by himself, foul baiting, shooting every shot, being the main focal point of the offense. That's not how they won it. Yes, it was a part of what they did last year, but Jalen Williams and Chet both showed up in the finals. That's not what
I would
happened this year. So we seen what happened when you don't have the help. Now he's trying to rely on the foul baiting, and they're trying to use that as the main focal point of the game, and it didn't win.
you said that 3 times. I don't agree.
Oh, there you
He
go.
doesn't even
It's not
pass
my
as much
job.
as
It's not
James.
my
but
job to
my
change
thing
your
my
mind.
thing is this.
He doesn't even pass as much as James Harden does. James Harden was averaging 10 assists a game,
But
9 assists a
Xavier,
game.
Xavier, here's
SGA
the
don't
funny
even
part.
pass as much as Harden does. That's
Here,
the hilarious thing.
here's the funny part though, Xavier.
What's up?
James
Can't say it don't win
Harden.
though.
James
Can't say that.
Harden. We can't even put Luka on Harden level because Harden has an MVP. Luka doesn't.
And he shouldn't. He shouldn't have an MVP. I'm glad you brought that up.
Okay.
Look at that year. LeBron had a better year than Harden
Yeah.
did. I think that was
LeBron should
2018.
have 8 MVPs. Yeah, we know. But
Yeah.
he
And
only
just
has
like this
4.
year, Luka or boy
No.
over in Denver should have been the MVP. They had better stats. We made SGA MVP because of his team's record.
I
When he was off the
think
floor, his team was a positive.
Wemby had probably the best argument outside of SGA, and then maybe the Joker. But Luka, he wasn't even a finalist.
SGA they were a positive with him off the floor. Literally. Plus numbers with him on the bench.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
He's not really the MVP. The media just
so
put
yeah,
him.
they had a winning record without SGA as well. I think they were like 8-4 without SGA. But so was the Spurs. The Spurs had a winning record without Wemby. But I don't think anybody would say the Spurs are better without Wemby. But like I said, that's beside the point though. To me, right?
What? Hold on, wait. Okay, winning record and plus minus numbers are different. They are negative, a raging negative with Wemby off the floor. You know that, right?
Okay. That's fine.
It's like they're like 10 or 12 points positive with old boy off the floor, with SGA off the floor.
Yeah, but
So
I
how can you
think
be the
most
MVP?
of us would also agree that OKC is way deeper than the Spurs.
Yes.
Yeah.
But that goes to my point though. How can you be the most valuable player or so important to your team's success if your team is a positive without you on the floor? They can win without him.
Well, I think
I don't think the
I think
Spurs would be where they are.
I think 2 things can be true, right? I think he can be the most valuable player, but we got to be honest though, Xavier. This is how the award has always been given out though. The award has never been who's just the best player. If that was the case, LeBron would have 10 MVPs. It's always been the best player on the best team. That's really how it's always been. So like I said,
the best player on the best team for that year. I agree with you.
Yeah. So
and that's why to me the argument about Luka not having one is a poor argument.
How? That's how it's always been. That's how the award's always been given out.
Because Kobe only has 1 MVP.
Okay.
And Steve
Now
Nash
you're
has
talking
2.
about Kobe.
No, I'm just bringing up people. Shaq only has 1. Steve Nash and Steph has 2. You can't, MVP numbers are retarded. Who gets an MVP on certain years is a media thing, man. Some nerd sitting in an office.
Okay. Well, why hasn't Luka had the best record then?
Because in certain times, it's team construction, like this year. He had the best numbers, but team construction.
So hold on, because you said Luka had the best numbers, but are you going to Okay, see, here's my thing, Xavier. We can't use context for SGA and then omit context for Luka. So when you brought up SGA winning an MVP, you brought up context to justify your argument. You said, but his team had a positive, plus minus whatever without him. And you brought up all these things to discredit his argument. But we got to do the same thing with Luka. If you're going to say Luka had the best numbers, we got to mention the fact he had the highest usage. We got to mention the fact he took the most shots, took the most threes. There's a reason his numbers are what they are, because he's dominating the ball more than anybody in the league.
I agree. I don't think that's an argument. He does. He has very high usage, as does SGA. I agree with that. But
now,
he has better numbers than SGA does too.
I mean, okay. Well, the
They
offensive
can't be argued.
numbers.
Put him up.
The
Put it up on the screens.
offensive numbers are comparable, but the defensive numbers, which is 50,
SGA don't play defense either. Put his numbers up on the screen. Put both
he's
the
a better
numbers up on the
defender.
screen.
Come on, stop it, Xavier. He's a better defender.
No, he's
than
not. He averaged more steals than SGA do.
Steals is not the only metric, the only defensive metric to go off of. Xavier.
Well, they both in the backcourt. They don't get blocks. He averages more defensive rebounds too. So what metric do you want to look at, Reggie? He's a better player.
The eye test.
The eye test. He's better.
No, he's not.
Yes, he is, dog.
No, he's not. Xavier,
Reggie,
nowhere on planet Earth. Nowhere on planet Earth, right? Is anybody gonna say that a guy with no MVPs, no Finals MVPs, no rings, no nothing is better than a guy who's a 2-time MVP, a Finals MVP, a champ? No, nobody's gonna agree with that. That's insane. He's not better than SGA.
He's a better player than SGA, dog.
Okay, so what happened on April the 2nd? What happened on April the 2nd, Xavier?
You bring these type of guys out. That's why you got to stop this, Reggie.
Xavier,
you bring these type of guys out right here. These luka goofballs, man.
Who are you, man? And you using my term. I invented goofball on this show. Goofball. What's your name?
You the luka goofball.
No,
Xavier.
I'm not.
You the Luka nut hugger. You came on here talking about you was a LeBron James fan, but all you doing is hugging Luka's nuts.
And all you doing
Get
is
off,
hugging
bro.
SGAs.
Get off,
all you
bro.
doing is hugging SGAs. Put
Get off his nuts, dog.
Put the numbers up.
Xavier, can you see?
There's no way Luka's better than SGA.
Xavier, can you see the screen?
Put the numbers on the screen.
Can you see the screen, Xavier?
Yeah, versus Oklahoma City Thunder. Not their head-to-head, what they average per season.
Xavier, when they went up against, this is how we decide who's better when they go up against each other.
They don't guard each other, Reggie.
Now they don't. All right, bro.
This is not Kobe versus T-Mac. They are not guarding each other, dog. Are you nuts?
Bro got more excuses than a hall pass. Go ahead and dismiss this dude. Send him home. Send him home. He got more excuses than a hall pass.
What's your name, man? Who are you?
It doesn't matter what my name is.
You're right, it don't. It doesn't. You see Reggie won't put them numbers up.
No, I'm gonna put them up just for you. I'm getting it together right now.
It's gonna be hard to accept, man.
No, it's not.
It's gonna be hard. It's gonna be hard to accept that they have similar numbers, but SGA's efficiency is 4 times better than Luka's. Is that what's gonna be hard to accept?
It's not 4 times better than Luka's.
Bro, this dude set the efficiency record for like a guard this year or something. Like nobody has had a more efficient season from a guard position than SGA this season.
Xavier,
I'm not gonna go into the homoerotic stuff that you just tried with me, but you seem to be an SGA fan.
What?
Xavier, do you see the screen? Hold on. Jao, hold on. Jao, give me 1 second. Xavier, Xavier, you just asked me to pull up these numbers. I'm thinking Luka had better numbers. SGA has better numbers. What are we talking about?
No, he doesn't, dog.
These are the numbers.
Right. I see a lot of green on the one side. Let's run it down. 34, 8 and 8. 31, 4 and 7. More steals on Luka's side. Exactly. Keep it running down, man. Keep going down.
This is as far as it goes, Xavier.
No, you went back up though. I'm trying to look down at the rest of the numbers. All right, field goal percentage, 55 is nice. 38 from 3, he 37. 39 to 37.
Xavier, we got to count green. So for Luka, I'm gonna throw out the regular season record. I'm gonna throw the regular season head to head out. So let's just count green for Luka.
You said we were going to count green. You talking about VORP and BPM? Points, rebounds, and assists are
those are the stats, Xavier.
Points, rebounds, assists, and steals are heavier stats than the stuff that you're looking at, man.
Okay, so we're gonna count 1, 2, 3, 4 for Luka, and we got
the heaviest 4.
We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 for SGA.
And you would take SGA over Luka looking at that?
Absolutely.
Okay.
So moving on though, Xavier. The article that came out today, because that's what we're doing the show on today. I don't even know how we got on the Luka thing. What are your thoughts on that? What are your thoughts on the Lakers, potentially moving on from LeBron and building around? Oh yeah, you're a Luka guy. So you think this make? Oh no, you said you're a LeBron guy. I forgot. So you're a LeBron guy. So you're going
to watch. We going to Wizards, dog. Now, what's the question so I can answer it?
Yeah. So what are your thoughts on the Lakers? Potentially moving on without LeBron this summer. What are your thoughts on that?
You can't put two of them together, and what I mean by that is Austin and Luka. Luka's not a guard. Luka's a small forward, man. He's a forward. They call him a point guard, but he's really a forward. He rebounds like a forward. So you need two guards that can defend. So if you're not, you need to surround him with long defensive players. We've discussed this previously. So how do you put Austin Reeves in there? The Marcus Smart thing somewhat worked, but you should build around Luka the same way that you build around LeBron. You should have long defenders and shooters. So he should have two guards in the backcourt, another forward next to him that can get busy in a center that's a lob threat. That's how you build for him. That's it. But I don't think they're going to have success if they doing the Austin Reeves thing. And then I'm not sure about Pelinka, and I'm definitely not sure about JJ. The funniest thing is when you pointed out Vandal. Like Vandal sitting there on the bench and everyone's sitting there fantasizing about another 3-and-D guy or a supposed 3-and-D guy that they could possibly get.
Herb Jones, yeah.
That doesn't shoot that doesn't shoot threes. He's Vandal. Yeah. I don't see it. And I can only imagine what it's going to be like in the playoffs when teams are bum hunting those two over and over and over again, getting into the penalty.
Yeah, I just think for me, Xavier, so do you think that you can win a championship with Luka, right?
Yeah, if it's built properly. Like if the Knicks win, it's going to prove my point. All the Knicks did was they turned around and grabbed all the players from his college team, and they're all long defenders. They cover for him. Yeah, you can win with Luka, just like you can win with Brunson. It's possible.
I don't know, man. I don't know, Xavier. I think. What were you about to say?
I was saying that a lot of times you bring up the Boston situation. You watch boxing, styles make fights. So unfortunately, when he went up against that powerful Boston team, their power at that time is the wing. So if you got Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum running around after you all game, you're not going to be that successful. And he's not athletic. They're athletic, long. They got after him. And they didn't have that type of length and all that in Dallas. They had the length at the 4 and the 5, but not necessarily at the 2 and the 3. So it was just a matchup problem, man. And that's okay.
So let me ask you this. What if Jalen Brunson loses? Will your mentality change on possibly winning with Luka?
No, because I saw it with SGA. I don't think Luka flops as much as SGA does. I think Luka, he's like, oh my God, I can't believe I'm about to say this. He's like NBA Jam without the jam, right? He's either shooting threes or he's at the rim. One of the two. He doesn't do a lot of the mid-range flopping to get to the line stuff, man. That's not his game. Now, he is a little exaggerated. He does cry a lot when he doesn't get calls, but I don't see him flop a lot. It's not the same game. To me, him and LeBron are similar from that standpoint, but LeBron has a lot more explosion. He doesn't get calls either.
Yeah, I'll agree. Luka's not a flopper. I'll agree with that, but he's definitely a foul baiter.
Yeah.
I just know he tries to get all the way to the rim. You know what I mean? He gets in there. And my problem is when he doesn't contend on the opposite end or when he sits there and cries, he doesn't get back on defense. So if they clobber you upside the head, which I do find ridiculous for people of his build, him and Brown, when they don't get calls. They get slapped upside the head and the ref don't say nothing, and then other dudes is falling all over the place.
Here's my thing, Xavier, because I do got to get up out of here, but I kind of want to just say this real quick. I think we have to stop like living in a fantasy world, Xavier, and we have to stop playing fantasy basketball. So
I heard you say that the other day.
Yeah. So what I mean is like, I just asked you, if Jalen Brunson loses, will that change your mindset on if Luka can win or not? You said no because I saw it with SGA. But but SGA is in a completely different situation. He's got the infrastructure, he's got the GM, he's got the coach, he's got the talent around him. That's not gonna be Luka. Luka doesn't have any of that. Lakers don't have no assets, they don't have no talent, they don't have no infrastructure, no culture, no nothing. So just because SGA is having success doesn't mean that Luka's gonna have the same success. Just because Jalen Brunson's having success doesn't mean Luka is gonna have that same success.
I agree. You didn't say if it was going to happen. You said, is it possible? I said, yes, if they build around him in the right way. I've seen it happen, which I did last year. So it's possible.
Who?
SGA won last year when they put defenders around him, long defenders, and people willing to scrap.
But that's what I just said. He doesn't have he doesn't have that infrastructure.
Right.
But the thing was, he had it in Dallas. And then he made it to the finals and lost, and that infrastructure and that culture and the GM and all that gave up on him. I mean, I would grant it. Was the team perfectly curated for Luka? No, because instead of Kyrie, you would have liked another long defender. I think that was the only spot. Other than that, they had Derrick Jones Jr. on the wing. They had PJ Washington on the wing. They had big guys down low. They had Luka. They had guys coming off the bench. The only real thing that really didn't fit perfectly was Kyrie. But other than that, he had the best situation I think he's had up to this point. And he made it to the finals and he failed. And all of that structure and everything gave up on him.
Right. I agree with you. However, just because you lose one time in the finals doesn't mean, okay, the Lakers gave up on LeBron and AD, and we felt that they shouldn't have done that. They might have played someone else the next year in the finals, and they would have been successful. Boston had to break that team up. They had a super team that year, man. That team was unreal. And then next thing you know, that team was broken up, right? And we're not fearing Boston anymore. So it's just one of those things. Drew gone. The players that were all on Boston that year was unreal. I don't think nobody was going to beat Boston.
I will say this, though. I think with the right team around Luka, we will have a shot, but that starts with making sure we keep LeBron James and trading Aston.
I think that's what all of us are saying.
Well, that would be your best shot. But still, once again, you still don't have the assets to like really improve the roster. I mean, you look at OKC, they got 2 first-round picks in this year's draft. They got the 12th and the 17th pick. Like, to me, I just think it's unrealistic to think that you're going to win with Luka. I mean, I just don't see how any team is going to be able to compete with the Spurs. The Spurs have an guardable, unrealistic talent in Wemby, and then OKC just has the deepest team with the most picks in the NBA. So I just don't see how anybody can be realistic about the Lakers' chances, to win a championship. Like to me, I don't even know if I worded that right. I just don't think it's realistic that the Lakers win in the Luka era.
See, but I can't agree with that, Reg, because we talked about this. Sign and trade Aston for Andrew Wiggins. We could sign Norman Powell off of free agency, and then we can fill in the roster.
Yo,
hey,
Jael,
that's a
like I
complete
said,
team. So what,
I just
what
told
if, what if
Xavier,
everybody would have
Jael,
thought that
I just told Xavier, and I got to tell you, we have to live in reality. Okay,
that's reality. That's not too far out of what we can
Jael,
do and what we got.
Andrew Wiggins is not going to take you from losing 8 straight games to the Thunder to winning the championship next year. That's not realistic.
But you putting it all on Andrew Wiggins. And I'm saying Luka, Andrew Wiggins, Norman Powell, LeBron James, DeAndre Ayton starting is a good competing starting 5. We have Rui, Jackson Hayes, Marcus Smart come off the bench. We can, like I said, make some ancillary trades, move some pieces, fill out the rest of the roster, and that's contending. Now, what if the Pistons would have said, oh, they got Shaq, he's an unstoppable force, we should just give up? They never would have won in 2004. So you got to put the best team out there that you can to compete, and you got to go out there and play the game. You can't just concede to Wemby that he's just going to win forever.
Yeah,
that's unrealistic.
Give me 1 second. Fellas. Shout out to Aries Roman with the $5 super chat.
LeBron fans.
Gonna have me on a late night mission, pulling up.
You said so everyone who gets a vote and the media is getting it wrong on Luka. How could he be the best anything when the people with the vote don't think so? And then we also got DC Rue on the line. DC Rue, what's going on, man?
Yo, what's good? I hope you good and everybody on the panel's good. Yeah, Reg. Look, man. The moral of the story was, I think 3 weeks ago, I was on here and I had said that this year the Mark Walters team is going to come in and is going to start changing things. And you had a show, I believe, yesterday, the day before yesterday, where you was on with, I think the cat that's on here, Jarrell. I'm sorry, I don't know if I'm saying his name right, and I do apologize. But yeah, man, I mean, you're not going to go and just trade a superstar, right? So let's talk about Luka. Because this flows into the whole Lakers organization and what they moving forward and what they got going on right now. All right, so yeah, like you're not gonna go and take Luka. Remember, Luka's just not a regular player. He's not a star. He's a superstar. You're not gonna go and trade a superstar just to trade him, right? You're trading him because throughout his time with the organization, you had saw things that could have been better. And it was brought to his attention and his agent's attention. And that was his performance on the court and off the court, meaning his conditioning, the way he trains, and the way he conducts his body during the season and when the season is, when he's not playing. And those things were not transitional on the court. And he was seeing that as a general manager. And he made the decision behind everybody's back in the lead, and it was something that was between Rob Pelinka and Nico, and was like, hey, look, I want to move on from Luka, and I want to move on from Anthony Davis. Let's do this. And that's what happened. But you don't go and call, for instance, you don't go and call David Griffin and say, hey, you know what, I want to trade Anthony Edwards. Hey, I want to go and trade Giannis. No, you don't do that. This was an abundance of things that has been building up between Nico and Luka. I mean, you could just look at it, Reg. Every season's the same thing. He's been with the Lakers for 2 seasons. He doesn't look conditioned. He doesn't look like he takes care of himself. Injecting a weight loss injection in your body to lose weight, I mean, anybody can do that. But, I mean, we're seeing it. Dude, you having hamstring issues. You're a multi-millionaire. Dude, go do Pilates. Go invest in a personal trainer, your own personal trainer. Go do something that, okay, you're going to come on the floor and you're going to show the critics and you're going to show people like me and you that, look, you know what? This guy right here, you know, the media's talking negative about me for the past 2 seasons. When I was in the Mavericks, I was getting hamstring injuries. You know, let me do a better job with my conditioning. LeBron James is 41 years old. And he's outworking me. He's outplaying me. He's coming to the gym before me. He's leaving before me. That's a major issue. So, going back to what you're saying, Reg, no, I don't see Luka winning a championship on the Lakers, even if Austin is not there playing along his Robin and Batman. I don't think he's gonna win a championship. I don't think that you could put, you know, Jaden McDaniels and you could put Lou Dort and all these guys. It's just him, his style of playing, the way he plays. I mean, that's just my opinion, bro. I mean, you there, Reg?
Yeah.
So
Yeah, that's just my
you
take
don't
on it. I don't
believe.
know. Yeah, go ahead, bro.
So you don't believe in. You don't believe that Luca can make the necessary changes as far as him getting better on defense, him making sure he's keeping his health going. Basically, you don't believe in the professionalism. You don't think he got it in him to make those changes to make the team better. Is that kind of what you're
Now,
saying?
here's the thing. Yes, and here's this thing. You keep on using, I'm going to leave it up to the professionals. Because you said that last night or the night before. I believe in professionals. I'm going to leave it up to professionals. Yo, you're right. But at the end of the day, if he was going to change something about if he was going to change something about who he is as an NBA player, as a superstar, don't you think he would have done that already, bro? Come on, let's be real, bro. It don't take 15 years for
Nah.
you to realize that you need to change something up with what you're bringing on the court in off season and during the regular season, dude. Come on, let's keep it real, bro. Let's just keep it real.
Well, if he was still on Dallas, I would say yes, but LA is a different beast. Like Reg said, now you came to a place that have expectations. Eyes is on you every night. You feeling a different type of pressure that you felt before. Now you have to go to a different level that you've never been before because this just ain't Dallas. This is LA now. This is the Lakers. You're under LeBron James now. That should make a difference. So we shouldn't see the same behaviors and the same pattern that we've seen in Dallas because that's what got him kicked out of there. Now that you're in a different place, you have an opportunity to do something different. We should see something different. It
What
shouldn't be the
Bro,
type
like
same
his
thing.
view?
And
His view.
yeah,
I'm
What
but
I
banking
what I
on
don't understand
him.
is
I'm
this.
banking on him taking the situation and handling it differently.
What I don't
yeah,
understand
well,
is
we're gonna
this.
keep on saying that for years. That's what we're gonna do. My bad, bro.
What more is he supposed to do, man? 34, 8,
Yeah.
and
What
8.
what what else
Reggie
can
put
you
it up
do?
on the screen. What more is he supposed to do? So
Everything.
my
Everything. Stop taking,
that's
bro,
that's
everything, bro. Stop
unrealistic.
going
That's
7.
unrealistic.
No, it's not. No, stop
Yes, it
going
is.
17 for 47 from shooting from the 3. Stop shooting 60
He's
three-pointers a
hey,
game. Stop, bro.
hey,
Come on, let's keep it real. I'm just
hey,
saying, bro. I'm just letting you know,
hold
bro.
on. Hey, I heard you. That's not true. He shoots 48% from the field. It was just on the screen. He shoots 37% from three. It was just on the screen. 36.8. So that's just
Bro,
not true, man. What you're saying isn't
bro,
true.
bro,
Hey,
bro,
hold on.
listen,
Just
it's
let me
it's
let me
very true,
finish,
bro.
man. I let you flow. What did Kobe shoot from the floor?
That's Kobe. Kobe's a champion. He's not a
45%.
champion. He's not a
45%.
champion. Don't talk to me about a champion. Don't mention
45%.
Kobe's name. Kobe and Luka, two different beasts. Luka
Kobe
ain't got no
Bean
rings. He got a
Bryant.
donut.
I
He
say his
don't
name
got
as
no
much as
ring,
I
bro.
like.
Nah,
He
he
don't
don't
have
got no ring.
Shaq.
Don't mention a
The difference
champion.
is he don't
Don't
have
mention a
Shaq.
champion, bro. Bro, you
You
can't
don't have
mention
Shaq.
Kobe and Luka. You
And
can't
having a
mention Kobe and
championship
Luka.
is a team accomplishment. A
Bro,
lot of
listen.
people would
The
have
more the
championships if
story,
they had Shaquille O'Neal in 2000 through 2002. A
yeah,
lot of
but the more
players.
bro, listen, the more the story is,
I'm tired of
this
this
year
ring culture nonsense,
he's
man.
he's
Y'all don't
gonna
know
have
ball,
he's gonna
respectfully.
listen, bro, listen, he's gonna have yeah, please, Reg, laugh again. He's gonna have Austin Reeves this year, and LeBron might be gone, and they still It's still gonna be the same thing.
Give me one.
So I got
second.
a question for you.
Hold on,
Yeah,
hold on. DC, hold that thought. We got Rock Logic. Shout out to Rock Logic with the $20 super chat. Appreciate you, man.
Please don't tell me that was you saying the 96 Sonics. This is what you got to realize.
96
it's very
Sonics?
easy to out-debate locker room. It's not very challenging whatsoever. The fact that you let locker room outwit you and out-debate you, it says a lot. We're not talking about a very high-level basketball mind, and you got outwitted by the locker room.
All right, we got Rock Logic with the $20 super chat. Appreciate you, man. You said a Luka-led Laker team is never beating the Spurs or OKC. Too mentally weak. Jalen Brunson has arguably the most talented 7-footer in the league running his team's offense. We also got Aries Roman. Came through again with another $5 super chat. Appreciate you, man. You said Luka genetic prime was 14 through 16 years old. White boys are low T. Now that his T has peaked at 30, he's cooked. Yo, that's actually insane. But yeah, DC Rue, what were you saying? I mean, is there any truth to that?
Nah, I'm just saying, man. Like I heard Jai, I heard Jai. Yeah.
This is
crazy,
this
man.
is what the type of stuff you feed, Reggie. But let my man go ahead and blow, man. I'm a listen.
Nah, it's just what's your name, sir? The guy that's Jair. What how you say your name, sir?
Jael.
Jael. Okay. You was here last night and you had said Reg had asked you. He said, I got a question for you. And you said, what's the question? He said, tell me how are the Lakers, what are they going to do different next season? And you said, well, they can re-sign Marcus Smart. They'll go ahead, re-sign Ayton. They can pick up Herb Jones, which, yeah, I mean, we had you had this discussion last night. He's, pretty much Vando's twin. And you made some other changes. And Reggie told you over the phone, he said, bro, what is that going to do for their organization? What is that going to do for Luka competing for a championship? How is he going to get past OKC with Aiden and Marcus Smart and Rui and, probably adding Herb Jones and maybe someone else? And you was like, oh, well, we go and trade this person and we trade that person. I mean, that's all wishful thinking, baby. Like, let's keep it real, man. Like, it's just
those are all perfectly
thinking.
logical trades. I said we could trade Dalton Connect and Vando, or Dalton Connect or whatever combination you want with Dalton Connect to get Herb Jones, and he'll be on the bench with Rui, Jackson Hayes, Marcus Smart. And then we have we can sign and trade Reeves for Andrew Wiggins and get Norman Powell off of free agency, and then have Norman Powell, Andrew Wiggins, Luka, LeBron, and DeAndre Ayton as starters. That don't sound like a competitive team, and that's all stuff we can we can logically do right now. Like, what are you talking about?
That's a second round exit. That's a second
round
exit.
That is not a second round exit. That is not a second round exit.
That's a second, bro. I'm not, with all due respect to you, bro. With all due respect to you, that's a second round exit.
You put the team out there, you play the game, you see what we got, you build chemistry, and then we have a free agency where we can go out and make tweaks and adjustments. Going into, bro, it's a lot that goes into the season. You don't just put a team together and snap. We in the playoffs playing playoff basketball. There's a lot of things that goes into making the championship team.
Hey, you missing one thing though. You should have flipped that question. All right, so what are we supposed to do? Pay Austin Reeves $200 million and do nothing?
Exactly. Like, what is the option here?
What's your options?
Well, you just finished saying bringing back Austin Reeves. That's what you said.
No, I didn't.
No,
I didn't.
No, not you. No, not you. No, not you. Brother man that just spoke right now. That's what you said.
Nah, he
right?
didn't.
So what are you bringing? No, bro. Okay, so what do you said bringing back Austin Reeves? What would you pay Austin Reeves? You're the general manager. What are you paying Austin Reeves? I'm asking you now.
I said signing and trading for Wiggins. I didn't say bring it back. I said signing and trading for Wiggins. Get him out of there.
And you think Pat Riley's gonna pick up the phone for that?
It doesn't have to be Wiggins. It could be another player. The point is
Bro,
that that's
listen.
your
Yeah, guys.
asset that you can move.
The
Rich was
point
right
is
when he
that
said
there's
that.
things that
That's
you
the
can do
asset
to
that
put
needs
a
to move.
team together.
Yeah.
We're not just sitting here with our hands tied behind our backs. There's things you can do to put a team together. Like I said, that's why you pay the GM. That's why you pay the president of basketball operations to go out there and find guys, scout, do your job, and find good guys to put on a team to go with the complement of players that you got and put a comprehensive team together. Like, what's so
And who's
hard to
doing that?
understand about
What?
guys going out and
And
doing their job?
I
And it
got a
might have to
question for
be
you.
him and Rui.
My
You have to
question to
move
you
both of them.
was, wasn't the Lakers after Herb Jones last season? Wasn't that the rumor?
Hey,
They were
but
like,
we not just letting Rob make all the decisions this year. He got a check behind him, and really, like I said, I think the guy that was hired to be his assistant is his replacement. I think at the deadline, he's out of there and he's being replaced. But we're not going to be under just Rob no more. So you can't expect all the same things to just keep happening. We're not under the same regime. We're not under the same leadership. The same thinking and the same planning is not going into what happened last year. So wipe that out your memory. That's not what's going on moving forward. You talking
I'm gonna
about
be
the
honest
past,
with you,
bro.
man.
There's already been
I'm gonna be
changes made
honest
to
with
make
you.
sure that that don't happen.
When when does free agency start? It starts what? July 5th? July. The
First,
NBA
ain't it?
teams could sign players, right? 5th, 6th, something like that.
I thought it was the first. I thought they
Yeah,
started the little
something
courting
like
period
that.
on the first.
Okay. Remember this conversation. I'm gonna give Rob Pelinka like 2-3 weeks to see, because the first day of free agency, he needs to make a move. I'm talking about a move that we're gonna be like, okay, that looks interesting, and maybe we can work with that.
I agree.
Or he's gonna get fired, right? Because that, I think the guy is Muslim, the or Indian, that guy, the rocket science guy, and that guy has no experience as a general manager. That guy was brung in to do he's a numbers guy. He's more like an accountant. He was not brung in. That's why the Lakers are looking for a second assistant general manager. This guy
Good.
that
Bring
they
him
brung
in.
in, right? This guy that brung him, he's a numbers guy. He's not really Rob's replacement. He's a numbers guy. He's, like I said, he's a financial advisor. Put it like that. But I'm gonna give Rob 2 to 3 weeks to see what he does the first night of free agency, and then after that, 2.5 weeks more to see what's gonna happen. But bro, the more the story is look, if I'm LeBron, I'm leaving LA. Why? Because if you got guys going around saying that Austin Reeves is a top priority, and I got 4 championships and I got 4 MVPs, and I've done pretty much everything. I have nothing to prove to nobody or to the league. I'm leaving. That's just me personally. I don't care if Rob Pelinka calls me and is like, "Hey, you want to take 25 million? You want to take 30 million?" No, I'm not taking that, bro. I'm leaving. I'm
But
just
the
leaving
thing
because
is,
you want to know why? I want to see y'all fail.
the thing
That's what I
is,
want to do, bro. I want to see y'all
what
fail.
I'm saying is that don't make sense, bro.
It
That
Why?
don't
doesn't.
make
To
sense.
And
leave somewhere else?
That
I would
doesn't
Why
make
like
would?
sense.
LeBron. I would like for
Why?
LeBron to leave, but in reality, him uprooting his family and moving across the country right now at 41,
Exactly.
42, I
It's
don't
more
see
than
it
just your
happening.
fandom, bro. It's more than just your fandom going into it. If you are a LeBron fan, then you are a fan of him as a
Listen,
person, not just a basketball player. And like I said, he's not moving his family. All of his
listen,
investment and
man.
everything he got going on matters to him also. And the reason I was saying what you were saying don't make sense is because if you're bringing in people who are checks and balances, that means you're putting the things in place necessary to make sure you don't repeat what's already been happening. So
Going
you can't
Yeah, but
keep
forward.
it does
saying
take
this.
time, bro.
But
It takes time, brother. It takes time.
what I will agree about Rob Pelinka is the past few years during free agency, he has just sat on his hands. So at the beginning of free agency, I want to see him making moves. I agree with you on that. I want to see him making moves because in
He
the
has to
past
be
he
the
hasn't done it.
aggressive.
That's the
He has
initial
to be the
change that I
number.
want to see.
He has to be the #1 general manager in the NBA. I'm gonna say it one last time. He has to be the #1 general manager in the NBA. The minute it opens up, let's say it opens up at 8 p.m. on a Thursday night, by 8:30, 8:20, he has to make a move. He has to. He has to.
That's not gonna happen.
Because
It's
he's on
not
a
gonna
clock.
happen.
But he's on he's on a clock. I'm just letting you
Yeah,
know right now,
I
bro.
don't
He's on
agree
a
with
clock.
I don't agree with that,
He's
but
not.
I want to see
He's
him
not
make a
on
Yeah,
the
move
clock.
he has
fast
to.
because
He has
the
to wait
past
for
3 or 4
offseason.
seasons during free agency he hasn't done nothing. And then last year, Jank Laravia was our big free agent. Nah, bro, that's not rolling this year.
Listen, you a Lakers fan,
He's
right? And so you guys don't get, and so he's not sitting in the office because he has an office, right? And so he's not sitting in the office with a polo that says Lakers on it. Y'all not going nowhere. The Lakers ain't going nowhere with Rob. I don't think so. I think at
I
the end
don't
of the
think so
day,
either.
I think at the end of the day, if you guys go out and get David Griffin, or if you guys put a check on the table for Bob Myers, y'all might have a chance. I'm a Knicks guy. I'm from New York. I'm a Knicks guy. I like LeBron, but I'm a Knicks guy. If LeBron goes to the Knicks, I like it. No matter where he goes, I'm a root for him. But until Rob Pelinka is not the general manager more, Lakers ain't going nowhere. I'm gonna be honest with you. You guys can have Luka back. You guys can have Reeves. You guys can give Reeves 240. You guys can sign Austin Reeves in the next 2 years, and they could be butt buddies. Y'all not winning. You guys are just not winning with that. You're not. You guys are talking about getting Giannis, Herb Jones. You guys could, bro. My mom could play for you guys. Y'all still not winning. Y'all just not. It's not happening, bro. It's wishful thinking.
Well,
I,
I
I'm
haven't
just.
said anything about Giannis this whole conversation, but
I know,
there
but I'm
is no.
just throwing that out there,
I
bro.
don't
I'm just
believe
throwing that out there.
there is no world beater out there that we could just one person we could just magically trade for, and I think we're winning. Even if we got Giannis, we would still have to put a good team around him and Luka. There is no world beater out there that's going to magically put us in running for a championship. So regardless of what happens, we have to build a good team around the players that we have.
Okay, so what's your expectations for Luca coming up this season, this upcoming season? What's your expectations for him? Because the
What type of question
expectations
is
last season
that?
was MVP.
He just put up 30. He just put up 34, 8, and 8, and that wasn't enough. Y'all complain every day.
Bro,
Well,
okay, and
my
what happened? And
expectation
what?
for
And
Luca
okay, and
is
what happened
in my
with
entire
what
hold
happened
on,
with
wait.
his
You gotta let me
what?
you gotta let me finish.
Go
In
ahead,
my
my bad.
entire
Go ahead, my
life,
bad. Go ahead.
I think Mike put up 35, 7, and 7 one year. I have never seen 34, 8, and 8. I
Okay,
think Mike
he
put
had
up
34.
36 or 35, 7, and 7.
Okay, he had 34. You said 34 and 8, right?
34, 8, and 8.
Okay,
Red just put it up
34,
on the
8, and 8.
screen.
So 34 points, 8 assists, and 8 rebounds. Okay. And what happened with
Yeah.
the play? What
And
happened in the
1.6
playoffs?
steals. He was hurt.
And what happened in the playoffs? Right. And what happened last season? The season before that?
I think he was hurt.
Okay. So what you think
Yeah.
is? It's just like, yeah, man. Like I get it. He could be drop. He could be. Luka could average 42, 7,
But
and 5.
you know, what's
See,
It, it
that's
hilarious?
don't.
not
It
what
don't
it
really.
is,
It
though.
don't
AD
really matter,
That's
bro.
that's that's not what it's
was
about.
hurt
That's not
too.
what it's about, though.
AD was
See,
hurt
look,
too.
I don't
And
even when
I
he
never
first
heard
came.
people I never heard people
Okay, when he
rail on
first
AD the
came.
way they rail on Luka.
Oh no, I used to go hard on AD, but with AD, he always showed up in the playoffs. Though that's one thing you can say about him. If he was hurt, he would make his way back to the playoffs and give us what he got in the playoffs. Luka couldn't even make it back to the playoffs. That's my one ding that
It
I will always hold against him. That I will not hold against AD. No matter how hurt AD was, he did whatever he could do to make it back for the playoffs.
he didn't in that repeat year when we were supposed to repeat for championship. He was hurt
Well,
that
he
year.
got hurt in the playoffs, though.
Yeah, he got hurt, right?
Yeah, so this first half of the season that Luka came, he was fat, he was injured, so I don't count that. So really, he only had 1 year here with us to me. So this second year is the year I expect him to see what's going on, understand that we got more talent around him, and he can trust his guys a little more. I expect him to be a little bit more comfortable with some of the guys we got there because we bring in some of those guys back. Everybody's not going to be gone, and now I expect for him to get off the ball a little bit more and just compete a little bit more on defense. I'm not so hung up on Luka's defense. Yes, I want him to play it. Yes, I want him to give the effort, but I feel like we could put the team around him to be able to take advantage of his offense and not let his defense be a net negative. So I expect this the year for him to be a little bit more comfortable, to trust his guys a little more, and to give us what he already gave us. Because if he trusts his guys a little more, I think that'll eliminate some of the shot chucking. He'll pass the ball a little bit more. He'll get off of it. We'll see it move around, see some of that offense we like to see, and then we could take advantage of all of his game with the complement of guys that we can put around him. But that's what I'm saying. That's the professionalism. Him seeing those things, understanding those things, making the necessary changes to make himself better at his job. That's professionalism. And that's what I expect out of all these guys. And I don't think that's too much to ask.
Yeah, well, fellas, like I said, we'll see what happens. And yeah, I'm gonna watch this game a little bit later. And who y'all got, man? I got Knicks though. I'm gonna just tell y'all right now. I got the Knicks tonight. Who y'all got? Xavier, who you got, man?
I got the Spurs taking the series, man. Knicks might beat them, but I don't see a path. And if they do get him, they just got him because old boy too young next year. I got the Spurs. It's 6.
I got Knicks in 6.
Yeah, like I said, I got Knicks, man. I think Wemby and them, I think the buck stops here, man. Good team, but too young to me, and I just like, the Knicks story a little bit better. I would want to see them, finally win one. You know what I mean? It's been 50-something years, so 73, I think. So yeah, it's been a minute. So yeah, that's where I'm at with it, fellas. We'll see what happens though. Good call though. Good call, Xavier and Jael. Appreciate y'all, man.
For sure. Peace.
All right, bro. Peace. All right, Xavier. Appreciate you, man.
Always, dog.
All right, bro. Yeah, man. Shout out to DC Rue, Xavier, Jael. Good panel. Good show, man. Good conversation. Folks, like I said, I just can't really take these reports seriously. It's just hard for me to take these reports seriously, folks. It's just hard. Y'all telling me you're not gonna re-sign LeBron. Okay, sure. But we're gonna pay Austin Reeves $200 million. Like, okay. I'm out, folks.
Please don't tell me that was you saying the 96 Sonics. This is what you gotta realize, Sonics. It's very easy to out-debate locker room. It's not very challenging whatsoever. The fact that you let locker room outwit you and out-debate you, it says a lot. We're not talking about a very high-level basketball mind, and you got outwitted by the locker room.
You don't notice most of the people in your comments are a bunch of racists who just hate LeBron because of his politics. Doesn't bother you at all. Ayo, bro. SMD, my nigga. SMD. You heard me? SMD. You heard me? SMD. Straight up and down, dog. SMD. Nigga, I said it. You bitch-ass LeBron James fans. I just wanna be